6 months ago, I decided to completely abandon social media altogether. Do I regret it now? Absolutely not. There comes a point where you kind of take a step back and you look at yourself and you realise that there's something you're doing that's consuming a lot of your time that you're getting absolutely nothing really back from. I mean, what really is social media? I mean, it's just staring at the back of your hand. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. Is it really good? I'm going to give you a brief insight into my experience over the past 6 months, from going to taking away social media gradually out of my life to completely getting rid of it altogether. It came to a point around about Christmas time when we all inevitably spend more time indoors, we're not outside as much, until I sat down and actually worked out all the time accumulated together that I spend sat there scrolling through social media. As an average, if I was to take a block of time, multiply it over a few days, look at it in a weekly value, when you add it all up like that, that's when it kind of hit home for me, and it made me realise that I shouldn't be doing it. And I advise you to stop doing it as well. For me, it started off by just saying to myself, not going on it throughout the day. I decided to completely eliminate social media use throughout the day because it took up things like break times at work, it took up time when I was out with family, at gatherings, things like that. So the initial first step for me was to just take it out of my daily routine and still allow some time on it at night. And that in itself was an adjustment period. It wasn't something that came naturally. And that kind of confirmed to me that this was something that had just automatically become part of a daily routine that I definitely needed to address. So after a few start, stop, failed attempts of eliminating it throughout the day, it took me a month or two. A couple of months in, I then kind of turned around and said to myself, I don't think I need this really. You know, there's other things I can be doing a lot better, and it was mainly focused around my evening times when I'm sat inside on my own. The amount of time you just kill in the evenings before you go to bed, scrolling mindlessly at, like I say, absolutely nothing. So when that step back from social media happened, there were a lot of challenges for me in the beginning. It wasn't something that was very easy. I suddenly had these empty time slots that just appeared out of nowhere when I consciously stepped away from my phone and social media use. And I was almost stood in the void. I was kind of idle and lost in a sense. It was then eventually becoming comfortable with that idleness over time. And then it came to a point where I realised I'm empty-handed now. I have all this free time. But the initial process was a bit of an adjustment. It wasn't easy. One of the things I did initially to try to take me away from social media was to substitute it with something like a television program like Netflix or something like that. Now I know that's still interactive media, but it was taking me away from this quick, fast dopamine hit that was happening to me over time. I took that shift away from social media and put it onto shows that I wanted to watch. Something a lot more slow-paced, long stories, and it helped me massively. This also allowed me to spend more time with my partner. I was able to dedicate time to a series with her, and we were able to spend some more time talking about something that we were watching that was unfolding, as opposed to sitting opposite sides of the room, just scrolling and ignoring each other. Find a series you're both interested in. Get excited about it. Go onto Netflix together. Have a look through. There may be some arguments around different decisions, but have a look through. Have a chat about it. Make it fun and come up with a series that you both get so engrossed in. And you're replacing this idleness of social media with a really great interaction between yourself and your partner, which is only going to improve your relationship. This again was just one more affirmation for me that made me realise that I didn't need it. I think a lot of people nowadays, and I certainly see it myself, end up in a relationship and you're both so deeply engrossed in this world, this matrix, this social media platform, where you can seamlessly speak to absolutely anyone in the world, but struggle to speak to the person the other side of the room from you. We're losing our human connections. It's happening all around us. The people we love, our family, our friends, the ones right in front of us, are being the ones that are missing out. Now, of course, I understand that this is YouTube, that you could consider this as social media. Yeah, I consider YouTube nowadays as more of an educational hub, somewhere where people go for information, advice, and other things like that. And it's helped me to kind of harness my focus onto this. I've had that shift where I've gone from being a content consumer to, I'm still in my early days, but working on being a content creator and giving something back. And if you can find yourself at a point where you monetize the amount of social media that you use, you can set timers on your phone, then that's fine. If that works for you, that's perfect. But I encourage you in the beginning to get rid of it entirely. Take it out of your daily routine and get rid of it and start from the bottom, and then reintroduce it again slowly if you feel that that's something that you can do. For me, I don't need it. I'm quite happy on this platform, creating content for you guys, and hopefully sharing some knowledge and us all learning something together. there is a huge negative effect that social media is having on everyone's mental health at the moment. Overconsumption of social media is unfortunately leading to a lot more social anxiety and mental health issues that are now arising in this day and age. And if you haven't checked it out, I've already done some videos. You're welcome to go and check out my other videos that I've done based around social anxiety, and in these videos I also kind of tap into this topic as well and explain to you the connection between the two, because I think it's something that we need to take hold of and take control of now. I can't see it getting any better if it carries on the way that it is, and I do think that there is an acknowledgement that is now coming up, that everyone is sort of realising the effects that this can have, and my fear is what it's going to do to the younger community. By the way, I forgot to say in the beginning, my name's Luke. Thank you for stopping by the channel, and if you're new here, welcome back. I'm trying to create a channel that is used as a hub for people that need tips and information on dealing with social anxiety. As someone that did deal with it in their younger years, I've got a series on that, and of course taking this step back from social media, wanting to share that. We're all about great mindset here, so if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. See you later.